One of the concepts that you had introduced to me in my office the other day is that there's no such thing as a normal family. Could you talk just a bit about what that means inside of a financial planning context?
Yeah, for sure. Early in my career, one of my mentors told me that, you know, we're not in the money business and we happen to deal with people. It's the other way around. We're in the people business and we just so happen to work with money and things like that. And I think that really changed my mindset early on in my career as to what it is we're actually doing for clients and how we're helping them out. And when you think about it in the context of financial planning, I look at my own family and my family isn't normal. Is yours?
Not hardly.
Is anybody's. So when you arrive at the conclusion that there's no such thing as a normal family, then it becomes very clear that there's no such thing as a normal financial plan because everybody has their own aspirations, goals, concerns. People have their own fears and insecurities. And these all have financial implications. So for those reasons, everybody's financial plan looks different. The tools we use, the products, the strategies we use, those are merely the vehicles that help clients get to their destination, but everybody's on a different journey. And that's what I mean by that.
One of the things that comes from that normal family comment that really hits me too is that a lot of people feel like financial planning is a one size fits all thing. Some people will say, I don't need to have a financial plan. Um, what do you think is the importance for the individual or for the family to have a plan?
Yeah, I think part of that stems from some misconceptions that are out there. So, for example, a lot of times people think a financial plan is synonymous with a retirement plan. And there's a lot of validity to that because for a lot of people, the retirement plan is the pinnacle of their financial plan. It's their number one most important goal. But that's not all what financial planning is about. And for other people who might feel they don't need a financial plan or that there is a one size fits all, um, I can relate to that because that tends to be a common practice in the industry, unfortunately, but it doesn't have to be that way. So retirement planning is just one component of a full financial plan. And sure, maybe a client doesn't need that. Maybe that's not top of mind for them at that time. But a financial plan is really a process and not a destination. So as people go through life, they have different financial planning needs as they go through different life stages. So earlier on, it might be debt management, it might be saving for children's education. Then it might focus more on retirement and estate planning. And I would say probably all of these things are always present, but as people move on through their life and go through different stages, I think certain components of it just tend to dominate a little bit more, and those are where some of the misconceptions come from.